The history of the nation of Israel tells us a lot about the first two kings of that nation. The first was Saul, and the second was David. It's wise not to stereotype people, since as humans we all have our moments. We all have our flaws. We all have opportunities to grow and change our character and our behavior. And so I want to point out that there was good that came out of the lives of both Saul and David. And I want to acknowledge that, for the most part, when we look at these two biblical kings, we typically do have a particular idea or view of how we define and remember them. Saul came first, and Saul unfortunately became his own worst enemy. He struggled with jealousy and paranoia, specifically aimed at David, who ultimately just wanted to serve Saul, his king. Saul was prone to fits of rage and spontaneous reactions, lashing out at those around him. David is known as a man after God's own heart. David made plenty of mistakes of his own throughout his life, but he seemed more capable of controlling his emotions and not reacting quite as swiftly, at least where Saul was concerned, for the most part. He tried to reason with Saul and often chose to flee the scene rather than participate in unnecessary violence. Even though he had to fight Saul and the king's forces, David chose to be respectful and thoughtful in the process. Again, neither of these guys were perfect, and they show us a thing or two about our own reactions and how we respond to what's in our own head, as well as how others treat us. I have two bottles here in front of me. One is a bottle of water, and the other is a bottle of Sprite. Both are clear, cool, refreshing beverages, and both are sealed up tight in their bottles. They represent you and I. What's inside the bottles is our emotions, our reactions. We've all had to deal with difficult people in our lives. Sometimes it's a coworker, sometimes it's a friend, often a family member. Some people just grate on our last nerve in all the worst ways. Maybe you've made some legit enemies in your life. Other people who hate you or envy you, like Saul towards David, are going to try and rattle you and shake you up from time to time, trying to get under your skin. If we shake this bottle of soda, and then we open it, this happens, and it all comes out. If we shake this bottle of water all up, we'll even shake it more. And then we open it, it doesn't explode and go all over the place. It's still the same calm water that it was before it got shook up. We always have a choice in how we respond. Sometimes it's really hard to find or make that choice. Sometimes we're blinded, sort of like Saul was. As followers of Jesus, we need to always be seeking after peace. We need to strive to hold on to our inner peace. So when life or difficult people in life shakes us up and rattles us and gets under our skin, we can still keep our peace and live with our heart in line with the heart of God. Please pray with me. Dear Lord, with each sip of water that I drink, may I remember to seek you and be reminded to keep you as my center, that I may be more like you, that I would be known for your peace rather than for my own volatile spirit. Be our peace, God. Fill our hearts, minds, and souls with your presence and your peace. Amen.